Hello, everyone. You'll have to forgive me. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm a little tired video editing for a while. But I want to make a video talking about just some announcements and stuff. I got 4 things to talk about. I'm going to start with the first thing, and that is not playing part 2 at the moment. The plan a long time ago was when the TV show came out again, second season, I was going to switch to part 2 and play it a bunch. Part 2 hype, all that. Season 2 is out, makes sense I would play part 2. But I couldn't, I don't know, it's in my head. I couldn't leave part 1 in a place where I was grinding and grinding and grinding. Like, if I put that much work and effort into something, I don't want to just leave it and then 2 months later, let's say, pick it back up again. I'll have to relearn. It takes a while, not to relearn it, but to get comfortable with it all again. So I just didn't want to do that. I wanted to get one more record in part 1, grounded. The game and category I've been running for 10 and a half years now. And because I've been running it for that long, I figured, squeezing out one more record, nothing specific, just one more record would be easy. And in the last month and a half, the game has just kicked my ass, beat me down, and stepped on my neck. It hasn't been an easy journey, which is kind of reinforcing that mindset I have where it's like, I can't put in this kind of effort and not have something to show for it. Do you want to know what the next Rip Run compilation is going to look like? March 30th? May 10th. 95 clips. I also kept some things out because they were kind of boring. Almost all of those are anything after cargo. It's been rough. I can't put in this kind of effort and experience this much heartbreak to just leave it without accomplishing something else. Okay? I know we've gotten 2 records since I returned to part 1 back in January, but it's just not enough for me. I've seen the potential of how much time we can save, and I just don't want to quit. I don't want to leave it. That means part 2 has been put on hold, and I'm just like, one more record and we'll switch, one more record and we'll switch. This is not something that can be rushed. It's a process. It happens when it happens. Sometimes it happens when I least expect it. Sometimes I can feel a build-up to these things. Yeah, it just hasn't happened yet, so part 2 hasn't happened. Part of me maybe kind of wishes that I switched back, like, I don't know, when I got my previous record, that probably would have been best, but I'm like, let me try and squeeze out one more, and it just hasn't happened. So that big speech I just gave isn't an announcement like I'm done with part 1, I'm going to switch to part 2. It's that, I've been running that game and category for 10 and a half years. In theory, I should be tired of it. I'm not. I'm that much more driven than ever before. I'm not switching games until I get a 246. I'm announcing that right here, right now. It could take the rest of the year. It could take exactly 1 year. I want to see it on my screen. I want it to happen. I've seen enough runs get certain distances. I've seen my sum of best get lower and lower and lower. I know it can happen. I don't need truck push. I don't need hallway launch. I need a good run. I'm positive it can happen. 100%. So my apologies for those who wanted to see part 2. That's what I'm going to do next when I'm finished with part 1, because everyone's like, are you never going to play another Last of Us game again? when I eventually leave one, we cycle through all 3 games over the course of a year. Remake, Part 2, Original. We always cycle through all 3 of them over the course of a year. We get tired of one, we pick up another. When I get tired of that one, I switch to another. And God, I'm just so driven and determined right now. I can't leave it. I cannot leave it. I'm probably not doing as good a job building up hype and taking advantage of the popularity of the TV show right now, but I promised myself a long time ago that I'm gonna like stop making promises for like getting things done by a certain date, because it's you have no idea how hard it can be sometimes to get this to accomplish this stuff. It really is. I'm not even talking about making sure you're in the right headspace to do it or not. Some days you're just not there and it eats away at you. It has been eating away at me. But yeah, I'm not switching to Part 2, which would have been my next project anyway, until I get a 246. Not doing it. It's going to happen. So yeah, that's announcement number 1. Announcement number 2 has something to do with the daily runs. I did a faction session earlier today. I didn't have that much fun with it. I did it to break in a new controller because my old controller was getting stick drift. Lasted me 4 months. That's above average. I did a little factions today just to break in the controller, and I just didn't have that much fun with it anymore. I think I hit the point. Factions, unless I'm playing with people I know, it isn't just that much fun anymore. And I kind of realized that today. Again, if I'm playing a party with people that I've known for a long time, that's different. But I did a whole session of no parties today, and I just didn't have fun. The daily runs, because I've basically replaced factions time with the daily runs. I have fun with those. Contrary to popular belief, I still have fun with those. And it's a free YouTube upload as well. You know, I've been uploading them a lot. Pretty much been doing every one, whether it's good or bad. And yeah, I can honestly say I have fun with those. No Return kind of stopped being fun for me a little while ago. You kind of get the gist of it after a couple months. And but the one thing that keeps me playing is the daily runs. Permadeath, one try. Everyone gets the same board. You see how you do compared to others. I love that concept, despite the fact the daily run isn't perfect, like I've mentioned in the past. Anyone can use accessibilities. You get a second PSN account. You can try it again. You know, stuff like that on PC. I don't even want to imagine. So yeah, I'm still going to do the daily runs. What was I going to say? Yes. Uploading a daily run pretty much every day, like the name says. It's cluttering my YouTube channel a lot. I can't scroll my channel and look for videos without seeing daily run, daily run, daily run, daily run. And I don't really see the point in like having a daily run up from like 2 months ago. I don't know what good that's serving me unless it gets recommended somehow. But what I'm going to do, this was recommended to me by a viewer in chat, and I'm going to take up their advice because I thought it was a brilliant idea. I'm going to start unlisting the daily runs from like the second one all the way up until maybe like 2 weeks ago, and then just keep doing that. I'm not deleting them. And if you want to see one from a long time ago, I have a playlist. I'll put a link in a pinned comment of the playlist. But I'm going to start unlisting old ones. That way it cleans up my channel a little bit. Another idea I had thought of was making another YouTube channel specifically for the daily runs. That would be my 4th YouTube channel. But it would take a while to unlock monetization, and then I know viewership would be lower because it's not on my main channel where I have like 62,000 subs. So, like, no monetization and just less viewership. I'm not really interested in that either. So I'm gonna go with the I'm going with the unlisting old ones, and you know, I have a playlist of all of them that I'll keep. I'm not deleting them. I'm just unlisting them. It'll clean up my channel a lot, so it'll be easier to find some things in the videos tab. And yeah, another question I've been getting asked. I was going to make this its own video, but since I'm not switching to part 2 anytime soon, it seems, I'll mention it here. So when you're doing just a normal run of no return, a certain board has seeds, and you type in that seed, and you can replay the same board if you really liked it. That's what the top players do to like try for the highest score they can get on a good board that randomly generates. The daily runs don't have seeds that you can see. The way you see a normal seed is you go under difficulty and it shows the seed there. A daily run doesn't have a seed, but it was found out. Hold on, I got the information right here. April 20th. Or a little bit before April 20th. That thanks to the PC port release of Part 2 Remastered, Matt was able to dig through the files. Hackerman. I'm in. I don't know how he found it, but he found a file where the daily runs did actually have a seed. You just couldn't see it. It's internally there, but not discoverable on console or any other way. And it turns out it's something, I don't know, it's something called the epoch date, which is January 1st, 1970, which apparently is the base date for many digital things, as I'm seeing here. So the seed for the bill one that's supposed to be today is 20219 because it's been 20,219 days since January 1st, 1970. So that's how everyone in the No Return Discord was able to figure it out. And what this does is you can replay old daily runs via the custom, where you input the seed. You can see future daily runs, and you can basically just replay. It won't appear on the official daily run leaderboards where you get to compare scores to others, but it does allow you to see ones in the future and ones from the past. And yeah, the way I'm using it is sometimes I'll have 2 daily runs to do, where the one for like today ends at 8 o'clock, and then the next one opens up at 8 o'clock as well. I don't want to abandon attempts early, like speedrun attempts early, just so I can fit 2 daily runs in. So what I've been doing is I've been, doing attempts up until maybe 10, 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, and then I'm inputting the seed for the one that I just missed out on by a couple hours, and then doing the new daily back to back. So that's how I'm using it. I'm not using it to see future boards, all that, because there's one every day. It's pointless. And then what I do when the run is over, I see where I would have ranked if I had actually selected it from the daily run menu. So that's how I'm using this information. I'm going to spread the information. I'm going to spread this. If you want to see it, there's 2 things. Somebody made a Google Doc with the seed number attached to the date and character. The red means it was already done. The green is what it, like the one that's today, and then it generates this way. Another person made this, where you can pick a date, and it'll show you the seed, the character. It won't show you the board, but it'll get you the seed. If you want to play one from February 12th, the seed was that, and you played as Jesse. You can redo the daily run board exactly the same. Same gambit, same everything. So, yeah, I'll leave links for these in the pinned comment as well, like I mentioned. Where are we? There we are. So, yeah. What have we done so far? I'm going to stick with part 1 until I get a 246. I'm going to keep doing the daily runs, but I'm going to unlist old ones up until like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, just to clean up my channel a bit. Keep them unlisted. If you want to view an old one, I'll have a link for a playlist for them. And that's information on the seeds for daily runs, which is... I don't know if that's a blessing or a curse to have that information, but it's whatever. Okay, 4th thing. Oh God, what was it? I did have a 4th thing. Yes, I'll just mention this quickly. Multi-streaming. I'm always talking about like changes to where I should be streaming and how often, how frequently, blah, blah, blah. I announced I was going to be doing like on Twitch all the time, but then multi-streaming 3 days a week. I'm cutting it back to 2 because 3 feels like a lot. The last month, I had a really good month of April, and it was good, especially on Twitch, which is what I've been wanting this whole time. I'm going to cut the multi-streaming to YouTube open to everyone down to 2 days instead of 3. It just feels like the right thing to do. I'm going to add Kick back into the mix as well, which I know probably no one cares about hearing, but yeah. So the 2 days will be the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, which I am live for both. If I'm not live on one of those days, I'll add one more back on Monday or my next stream on Tuesday or something. I'll make sure it's at least 2 days a week. Okay. So the way it's going to work is I'm on Twitch, open to everybody, every single stream. YouTube and Kick, I will open those up to everybody on Saturday and Sunday. And on YouTube, if you want to see the live streams on days that aren't the weekends, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, when I'm live on Twitch, I make those streams visible to members. My tier 1 membership is $3. If you absolutely really want to watch on YouTube and chat with everyone else as well, I still keep the YouTube chat open. It is not just the chat, but the stream itself is available to members on weekdays, basically. So yeah, I was doing 3, but it's a lot easier for me. You just got to trust me to cut it back to 2. The extra Twitch viewership and revenue has been really good. What I said I wanted out of this, I've gotten. So yeah. All right, that's about it. Just getting some information out there. And yeah, the idea of a 246 actually happening without relying on like the hallway launcher truck push gets me excited. It's going to take one hell of a run, but I've seen firsthand just how much time can be saved in certain sections. I know it can happen. It's not going to be easy, but won't it be glorious when it does? When it does happen. Gets me excited. See that? A decade later and I'm still excited. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's about it. Take care and look for the links in the pinned comments that I said I was going to put in. All right. Take care. Bye.